Phenomenal guest, a phenomenal woman. She's a journalist, a teacher, an MC, a mother, a wife, etc., a counselor. She'll introduce herself. On our bench, this is our first guest, and we are so honored today that you are hosting Risper Alice. Risper.
Welcome to the conversation. Today's topic is interesting.
Yes, excited, very. Welcome to the conversation today. Today Linda will not be joining us. Shout out to her. And also shout out to Triple L. That's my makeup plug at Karatina. We'll leave their contact details down below. And today we have a phenomenal guest, a phenomenal woman. She's a journalist, a teacher, an MC, a mother, a wife, etc., a counselor. She'll introduce herself. On our bench, this is our first guest, and we are so honored today that you are hosting Risper Alice. Risper.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nancy. I appreciate the opportunity of being in this show, the conversation, because it's a nice forum where we will have one-on-one talk and one or two, three things we learn from each other, and maybe help each other out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did I leave any title? I said mother, wife, mother to a very pretty daughter.
Yeah.
Wife, teacher,
Yes.
MC,
Yeah.
journalist, counselor. When do you even sleep?
I manage.
For those who don't know, I've worked with Risper before at a radio station, at a media house.
Yeah.
Trust me, she used to sleep for 2 hours.
You're right.
2 hours.
Yes, you're
You
right.
wake up, you're a teacher. In the evening, you're doing a show.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, the show used to go up to 12
Yes,
a.m. Then you
yes.
used to leave the studio at 1 a.m.
Yes.
Then now you have to take care of your family
Yeah.
between 1 to 2
Mm-hmm.
a.m.
Yes.
Then you sleep up to around 5
Yes.
because you're reporting to school
Yes.
by 6 or
And
something.
it's a distance away from my home. So again, the whole day, you have no reasons to tell the students I'm feeling sleepy or don't give me extra work to mark. You've got to do everything. So over the lunch break, you'd want to take a nap, but the students are there. Teacher, I didn't understand this. And the subjects I teach.
Yeah.
I teach chemistry and mathematics. Very involving subjects. So again, no time to rest, no time even to, and I managed. And I could even produce good results in those subjects.
Hey, if you all worked hard as you do, we'll be far.
Very far.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason we are hosting Risper today
Yeah.
is because she had a battle with COVID.
Yeah.
And we want to discuss her experience with COVID in Nyeri, most especially because our channel is more centered in Nyeri County.
Yeah.
What was your experience? How did you know you have COVID? What were the signs and symptoms? How are the hospitals? What hospitals were you treated in? All those details. Maybe you can take us from the top.
Okay.
And we thank God you're here,
Yes.
healthy and back, working and everything.
That's the starting point. And I really thank God because honestly, if your time is not over on this planet Earth, nothing can really take you out unless you take yourself out, because sometimes if you commit suicide, you'll go even when it is not maybe your time. So it was in April after we closed school. No, March 23rd, around there. So after the last staff meeting, I thought of going to visit my mom, who doesn't live very far from where I work, so that I tell her bye-bye, because most of the times I just rush there for a few minutes and then back to work and all that. So because I would take now some time before going there, I decided tuende huko, and I was with my girl, walikuwa wamefunga shule. So but I was just feeling weak, I would say funny, even my mom didn't understand why I'm not so jovial. And she had boiled some maize, green maize, the mitungo,
Yeah.
and she knows I love them. But that day I was just like, just a half and I was good to go. Then after that we went home, homa tu hivi, so I took some mara moja. Then the following day nikashinda tu kwa hao hivi, just feeling I'm not fine at all. So the previous week before we closed school, on a Thursday, a friend of ours had traveled to Voi. That time there was no lockdown, and he had to land at our place because we are business partners. So besides the many titles you've given me, I'm also in business.
Where? I don't know. I want your strength. You're the definition of a strength of the woman.
Thank
strength.
you. Thank you. I'm humbled. So when he came back on a Tuesday, he landed at our place. He just felt he's feeling sleepy or just tired, and we thought it's normal. The Mombasa thing is just
fatigue
normal.
And everything.
Fatigue, and he lives in Nyeri. So we left. So on Wednesday, that's when now nimeenda shule. So amekuja on Tuesday. Wednesday nimeenda shule, just feeling crazy. Thursday nimeshinda tu kwa hao hivi. But on Friday, our friend got ill. So he requested my hubby to go and take him to hospital. But they went to a clinic in Nyeri, Skuta, where he was told ni homa. So he was given some 2 tablets there. He's diabetic and hypertensive. So zikapimwa, skari ilikuwa juu, controlled, and then back home. So my hubby again comes back. He started also complaining of anasikia kama akona homa, but you know the way we rushed to the over-the-counter drugs. So again we both took some mara moja because we could say ni kihoma inakaa inataka kutokea. you know the language. So after the whole of that weekend, we even went to church. And that is why I keep telling people, put on the mask. You don't know who has COVID.
Yeah.
You could be knowing you don't have, like in someone else has. So we went
and also you might have it but asymptomatic.
Yes.
So you have no clue. You're just a carrier. So if somebody else doesn't have a mask, you carry the germs, the virus to them.
Yes. So we went to church for 1 hour, a service. Of course, for me, mask has not been an issue. Actually, I think it's just because it was through a very close friend who now we had to stay with in the house, and you know the excitement of, hey, this is how it went and all that. So I think that's when I contracted it. But about the mask, I think I was careful enough. So on Monday he gets worse. Now our friend, he gets worse, but now the clinic guy said that he has to start on some jabs because it's pneumonia. So and he said he can manage that. So he was to take jabs for 3 days. So that was Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So on Tuesday, I'm feeling now, I'm not fine. But now it's my husband who has to come and pick him. Then ampeleke hospital and then come back. So yeah, when he came on Monday, he told the clinician what he's feeling. So both of them started on the jab at pneumonia. But he explained about my wife is also feeling the same. So he was sent with some 2 tabs. Can't remember the names. So some 3 of them, so that I take alafu on Tuesday akirudisha huyu for the jab, he can give a report of how I'm faring. So nikazikunywa, that is now on Monday. So on Tuesday, okay, I have the medicine, so I will stay at home na tumefunga shule, so that now he goes to take our friend to the clinic. But when he was coming back jioni, I was like hiyo kesho where he's also being treated, because he started responding to the treatment. So I was like, hata mimi nitaenda huko, maybe I need a jab, because you know the symptoms are very different, by the way, with from one person to the other. So for me, I was feeling like there's this slimming belt yenye imefungwa sasa hapa kwa around this part, nasikia umeshikwa tu hivi, and then kikohozi, that time it was not that tough, lakini unakaa kabla ukohoe ile unasikia sasa umemaliza kukohoa, nika dry cough kanaenda for some minutes na kana kusumbua sana mpaka you feel like you're having a headache or something like that, and you don't want to do anything in the house. The whole body is just lazy for some reason. So Wednesday we now came, both of us kukuja. I was given the jab, nikaongezewa dawa, and then back home. And because from the clinician it's supposed to be 3 jabs, so I was sure Wednesday, Thursday and Friday I'll go for the jab, which I did.
And this is pneumonia jabs?
Yes, very painful ones, by the way. I don't know whether you've ever experienced that. Zile zinawekwa pole pole, just so that you don't puke and all that, eh? And surprisingly, in that clinic there were so many people who are receiving that jab. Later on, the clinician tells us, I knew it is COVID, but I didn't want to stir you. I didn't want to scare you, so that's why I didn't tell you, because we have been managing it. But now he said that later, after me and my friend were admitted. So that's when he now revealed it was COVID.
Because either way, if you knew it was COVID, there's no medication for COVID. You can only manage the symptoms. You cannot really say there's a tablet you take and then COVID is cured. So I think he was just trying to be subtle. But I don't know. I don't know.
All right. So I took the jab on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. But now on Saturday, okay, once I take the jab, I'm fine. I won't even cough too much. Wait until 2-3 hours after that, and we've already gone home, back to Merudi home. The coughing, the headache, no appetite, nothing really is making. By the way, I love music so much, but I didn't want even to hear any music in the house. My daughter had really a hard time because she's like me. TV, I don't even want to watch. News, I just feel the whole body. And then the worst part was these muscles, the shoulder all through to the neck. You'd feel like kuna mtu ana kukatakata hivi na wembe sharp. Some sharp pain that would even be experienced when you're taking a shower. Maji kukumwagikia hivi unasikia like, I don't know what would,
pricking you.
That way. It was a pathetic experience. So on Saturday, I've woken up in a bad state, a bad one, coughing throughout, and after a lot of dry cough, and you cough, you lift your legs up, and if someone is close to you, you hold them, and all that. So we had to go to the hospital again. We now go back to the clinician, so that at least we get to know why, and we are through with the 3 jabs, my goodness. So when we went there, again he gave me a jab. He said I would have to repeat again, because
the 3 jabs.
Yes, there are 3 for pneumonia. You've got to do 3. I've got to repeat and then change a certain drug, blah blah blah. So I received the jab. That time I'm not even talking to him. The pressure has gone high, so we are now starting to control the pressure now. And after the jab, I'm not even. And by the way, the jab, I don't know what was in that drug. Immediately after that, you would feel like the whole body, even when you're seated like that, kuna tuma sindano tunasonga tu hivyo na hiyo sindano, and that feeling would stay for like 10 minutes and then inaisha. But the drowsiness and now mixed up with the symptoms of COVID, again, it's just a pathetic experience. So, but he told us this time around, this jab, I just wanted to control the cough and the way you're feeling weak and the fever. By the way, fever was high that Saturday, but I wanted to go and do I don't know what they call it, a scan, chest scan, yes. So I was to do a chest scan. We looked for a place we could do that, but I think on Saturdays it became very hard. So after moving up and down, we told him this is what has happened. He told us, no, fine, you will do that on Monday, but just go and do a full hemorrhage at Remedy Laboratory and then bring the results, which we did. Brought the results. Akasema there seems to be some infection, a little infection, which we can treat with this antibiotic, and that was it. This time I'm not coughing. I think that day the jab worked somehow, but I just don't want even stories. Lakini your time, when we were coming in the morning, my mother-in-law always goes to the market. At her age, she has not forgotten that she used to sell ndizi. So even now, she will wake up. If we are living, we live together. She goes whether she has the bananas or not. But I have a sister who works kwa soko, so she will be able to stay there. That day we tried to tell her, Mom, no, because Risper is not feeling well. So she calls me, Maitu is not feeling well. And then she was like, you know, she's 83. So she sat in front. I decided to sit behind, but coughing badly. The mask was a no for me, because I couldn't handle that, because I'm already starting to feel like I don't have enough breath. I'm taking time before I feel I have enough breath. So this time around, it has started to click in my mind on Friday now, not the Saturday. I think it could be COVID, but just like many people are doing, we live in denial. How?
Yeah.
That Friday, when I was thinking of the how and all that, my friend got admitted Friday night at Mount Kenya over COVID. So all the doubts that I had,
they were just confirmed.
But somehow, I think ignorantly or something, I still felt like it's not COVID.
I think it's just denial.
Yeah, just deny it's not COVID. So even when we were going back to the doctor on Saturday, it's just like, okay, I received my jab and then, but it's not really COVID. Says kuwa nilishika haraka hivyo, and we never hugged or anything, we just stayed in the house together. Saturday, so tumekosa mahali, tumeleta results ya full hemorrhage, blah blah, and now we are supposed to go back home, but we decided we go to Mount Kenya and see our friend. But on arrival, because he couldn't leave the bed, we couldn't see him, so we went back home. On our way back home, I don't know what happened. I started feeling, I can't go home this way. If I go home, I'll not wake up tomorrow. Maybe even because of the awareness that it could be COVID. Yeah. So I told my husband, let's go to Mutumu and have whatever the test for COVID, because that time Mount Kenya were not doing hiyo siku, because sasa nilikuwa nimeitikia like anything, hata nikiambiwa nipime, because I was really fearing that procedure. So this time I was like, whatever the procedure, nita persevere. So we went to Mutumu, nikapimwa, a very awful experience. Kupimwa kwa wale wamepimwa, I know they understand. Very irritating. And they confirmed the worst fears.
After how long? After how many hours?
Not even hours. I think after kutolewa, cause ako kakitu kanawekwa mbio tu hivi seconds, and then I was told sit outside there and wait. So after about, I would say roughly 20-30 minutes, and that is it. So nikaambiwa, madam, just come. I think they have a tactic of taking you slowly, because maybe they don't know the reaction. And again, the way she looked at me, this time I'm coughing, I don't want anything, nimechikilia huko kwa viti nini, and I'm all alone, because the zone ya kupimiwa, even wenye wamekupeleka ni kama waruhusiwi sana kuenda, because unajua kuna wengine wameenda huko already and they have tested positive. So I'm all alone there. And she told me, so this is how it's supposed to be. If these lines do blah 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 blah. So already I had seen 2 lines, so I knew where she's headed to. And she told me, it shows you're positive. I was like, okay, fine. I swallowed that.
Were you in shock? Because you're technically psychologically prepared, but in denial.
Yes.
So you were in between. Were you in shock?
Yes, I was. Because I was like, I really, to
I've
be
been
honest,
careful, I've been wearing